And now, from the mean streets of Essex, England, this is Whatcast.
I don't know, what are you doing? Lee's got a fire extinguisher there. Wait. That's at the end of the show they put out that you got to use that, right? That's when they do
I know, but it's a fucking fire now.
Yeah, that's when they do that's when they do the fire extinguisher that sounds like a Rottweiler. Right, this is Whatcast. Yeah. I am Matt, and this is What Are You Today? I don't know what you can be today.
Conspiracy Lee.
Well, that's boring, isn't it?
What
can you be? BL? Bigfoot Lee, surely.
That's BFL.
Yeah, but I'm just going to say it's one word to not be wrong. Bigfoot, all one. Hashtag Bigfoot, all one word. I haven't fucking even started the show yet. Jesus Christ. Doing the intros. We haven't even introduced the people yet, mate. Right, anyway, so this week we're going to be doing... So I've lined this thing up. It's on the Tube Review, and it is like the top 15 Bigfoot sightings that we're going to watch here. So this is better to watch on the Tube Review, but we'll describe them anyway for those of you that prefer to listen. The good thing is... there was one bit of feedback last week from Neil Cross, who actually suggested the show, and he just said good show and gave me some other ideas. So there's no feedback to do, so we can just get straight into and all that from Lee. We've been up to the church this week to record some of the Halloween show. I've got two different bits of audio, both awful, but I've done what I can with them because Lee shouts his mouth off down into the microphone. So I can cut a few bits up there and get them out in the show. We went to look for the Red Monk at the Holy Cross Church. So that'll be out on the Halloween special. We should have Claire Broad coming on next week to record her bit on that Halloween special. And maybe I'll get Tanya on as well because she messaged me about... She saw we'd been somewhere haunted and was suddenly interested and whatever. So we might get her on as well and get some ghostly stories on. For the Halloween special at the end of the month. Also, we recorded last week the Menendez brothers on Patreon. So if you're on Patreon, you can go listen to that now. There is a video up, there is audio up, and if you're not on Patreon, this is the first Patreon post I have ever put up that you can just purchase the post and not sign up to Patreon. It is £3 for the post or £4 for every post. So I don't know why you would do the £3, but maybe some of you would. But that's now an option on Patreon. So I used it on the Menendez one. So you can go there and sign up just to listen to that particular show if you so wish and don't want to support us. You just want to do something for yourself, not for us. Then you can do that, right? So anyway, should we just get straight on topic before this bloke... Couldn't stop him. He's already on. Oh, and by the way, there was a bit of chat room action on the Patreon this week, and it was...
Sorry, Stevie.
Stevie recommending another podcast to everybody on there, so thanks for that, Stevie. That was much appreciated.
Sounds like cognitive dissonance to me, mate.
Right, let's get on with these Bigfoot sightings then, shall we? Because I'm not doing a dilemma because no one replies to them, so bollocks. Right, let's have a look at this then. So we've got, this is 15 top sightings. It's got a bloke talking on it, so he'll be describing what it is. Lee, before we get on to this, you're a big believer in the foot of big, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's more of I would love to believe that they're true rather than I actually believe they're real.
Yeah.
Like for me, walking out in a massive forest and seeing a Bigfoot is a big tick.
Foot.
Yeah.
Well, you start getting twitching when it happens.
Yeah, like
a big tick. Or is it like a tick, like one of them little nut bugs that bite into you? You get a big one of them knocking about. Some of these, I've watched have you ever seen this video? Convincing Bigfoot sightings caught on tape. No. Right, so I'm gonna. I haven't even brought it up on the screen yet, so I'm gonna bring it up on our screen so we can both see it.
I just want to quickly say this.
Yeah.
Bit off topic from Bigfoot. Well, it's not because there's ticks probably on Bigfoot. Have you ever heard of someone say, oh yeah, there's a tick there that if it bites you, it could cripple you.
No, I've never heard that.
It's like, what? Like,
No,
is it that dangerous that it'll cripple me?
oh, doubtful, to be honest.
I hate when people exaggerate. Have you seen that new fly that's flying about? If it bites you, you're dead.
Like, I've had people say before, like there was a squirrel once when I was in I was in Florida, and there was a red squirrel, and you don't really see them. It's like the grey squirrels here. There was a red squirrel running around in one of the theme parks, and somebody goes, "Yeah, they look cute, but they rip your face off." No, they won't. They're literally a rat with a bushy tail. They're not going to do anything, are they? So my response to that, guess what it was? What? Exactly.
Standard reply.
But I said it was so everyone seemed to reply to that. Like, so someone said they rip your face off. I said what? And for some reason, someone else this was in a queue for a ride. I said that, and someone else said,
"Hey, what are you doing down there, Aunt Sally?"
I don't know why they said that. It's got nothing to do with the topic. But anyway, right. So let's watch some of this these sightings. Then this first one is an absolutely hilarious, and I've not seen any of the others, but.
Okay.
It's been said that Bigfoot exhibits nocturnal behavior,
Well, this
perhaps to
isn't
hunt
the video,
or to avoid
by the way.
detection.
Is
So
that
that ain't the
Bigfoot?
video. So that's not the video. I don't know where the last video's gone that I just lined up here.
I think you pressed the triangle with the line in the front.
Right, how do I go back one then?
Go back on your desktop.
Number
Right,
15,
there you go.
Independence Day sighting. This footage was apparently filmed on Independence Day. It shows a Bigfoot walking into frame, looking at the camera, and then...
Pause it a minute.
Huh?
This geezer, I listened to him. Like,
I've sped him up
years
a
back.
bit as well.
Yeah. And it did it. And this day,
Right, I'm going to turn him down a bit so we can talk all over him. Right, can you still hear him okay if I do this?
picking up a baby before running off into the
That's
distance.
still loud, isn't it?
picking up a baby.
Yeah, you know what he needs?
Yeah.
Do you remember them adverts in the 80s when someone's got a sponged up nose and then they give him tunes and then he goes, tunes! That's what he needs, this bloke. He needs some tunes.
I've got a toad. He's got a toad.
Exactly. Imagine like being as stuffy as that all the time and trying to say this.
"Hey, what are you doing down there, Aunt Sally?"
He sounds like he
do you
needs tunes.
Do you remember when you used to ring in work with the fake voice and that? Oh,
No, to be honest, I've never done that. I'd rather them just not believe me than do that bullshit, right? Not that I've ever gone sick, by the way, when I've not been ill. I would just never do such a thing. But anyway, let's have a look. There's the Bigfoot appearing in this picture here, right? And watch what's different about this sighting compared to other sightings, right?
distance. The Bigfoot seems to be nervously looking at the person holding the camera, therefore saving its baby and running away. Movement can also be seen from the baby as it hugs and pushes away from the adult. Some people have pointed out that they could see facial movement from the adult Bigfoot as well. Others say that CGI has been used in the video, but this is one of the few videos deemed real by the people who have made in-depth analysis videos on.
So what do you think about that, Lee?
I think that's real. you can actually see like the suit, like the face is just absolutely ridiculous. It's like
It looks like a gorilla gram.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it just looks like they've actually gone to a shop and bought a gorilla suit.
Yeah. So
Do you reckon
this
they
is
used
allegedly the one of the most convincing Bigfoots.
Yeah, but do you think like the most disturbing thing about this video is do you reckon they used a real baby?
I think
Or they used like a gorilla toy.
might have done actually. Yeah, it might be just a toy.
Yeah.
But the most disturbing thing about this video is the narrator's voice, to be honest.
Yeah,
on the footage.
Where's the baby? That's so shit. He's got a pair of jeans on.
Number 14, Bigfoot GoPro sighting by dog. In this video,
By
a man
dog!
had strapped a GoPro camera to his dog, which then allegedly filmed a sighting of Bigfoot in the woods. The video simply shows the dog walking through the grassy woods when a figure suddenly runs by.
Hold on, let's go get that. I'm gonna pause it. there.
Yeah, but wouldn't the dog have noticed that Bigfoot?
Right. And also, well, probably, but also, well, as it started, it stopped, and it the dog. So there's a dog walking through
Yeah.
woods if you're not watching this, and the Bigfoot crosses the path of this dog, right? But I've seen people strap GoPros to cats, and cats go out, they go under
Yeah.
cars, and they chase other cats around. And the videos are quite
Get run
entertaining to
over.
see where the cats are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up the road, there's a load of cats keep getting run over up the street here. So someone put one of them really wank, like a kind of a cardboard sign out and writ on it, slow down cats. So obviously cats are getting run over, but for the cats, they're all now walking up that street. They think it's for them. I think it's telling them to slow down. Right. It's what it looks like. Boy, cats, stop running up. You know, like when you're running, you're not allowed to run in the corridors at school, so you walk really fast. That's what the cats are doing up the road there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so this dog, why would you strap a GoPro to a dog and let it go out in the woods on its own? Dogs are not that way, that they like to be on a lead or at least with their owner. So the GoPro, so what's actually happened here is, this is what I think's happened on this video. Yeah. The bloke has put a GoPro on his dog, took it into the woods, let it go, then it disappeared, then called it. Dog's gone looking for him. Bloke's then come out in gorilla suit.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened.
I think that's what's happened.
Yeah.
But let's move on. There might be more to this.
Yeah.
The creature stands up on two legs like a human would, but also appears hairy and ape-like.
It looks like
Surely-
Darth Vader there.
Yeah, but surely if that was a real Bigfoot, the dog will be a bit alarmed.
I don't know.
Like it would at least.
Do
bark
dogs get
at it.
freaked? Like my cat gets freaked out by everything, especially slow down now cat signs. But you've had dogs. I've never really had a dog for any period of time. So do dogs get freaked out by unfamiliar things?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, even if they're in the distance like this.
Yeah. If there's something that's unfamiliar and it's not seen before, creatures go on instinct, right? So like animals, dogs go on instinct. So if there's something that's they're not familiar with, they don't know whether that thing that's not familiar is going to cause them harm. So they're going to instantly be on the defensive. And the only way a dog can communicate being stressed out or trying to scare something off without biting it is barking. And this dog ain't doing nothing. This dog is just walking as if to say, "Oh yeah, he's in that fucking suit again."
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I bet the owner, like, he's in this suit so often that when he takes it off, the dog freaks out.
Yeah,
Like the dog doesn't know what the owner actually looks like underneath. This is a bit of a weird video because at the bottom it says 15 and at the top it says 14. So I don't know what's going on there. Well, let's move on.
Number 13, albino Bigfoot. A homeowner captured this footage after they heard a disturbance in the backyard of their
Did you
wooded
say
property.
albino
This homeowner
Bigfoot?
and others in this town
Yeah.
had previously heard strange noises and disturbances for the last 2 weeks or so prior to this being captured on film. The town was confirmed as Carbondale, Pennsylvania. In the video, someone seems to be running around in a wooded area in a stressed manner.
Right. It's just a torch for people that can't see. There's just a torch in the woods.
Then, when he hears a loud noise near him,
What? He's shone the torch on a white Bigfoot. It looks like Papa Bigfoot, like Papa Smurf. Like,
It does look like Papa Smurf.
what the fuck is that? Like, I mean, I'm in two minds. Like, there's so much wilderness in America and Canada that Bigfoot could definitely be. There could definitely be these things living around.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I do not dismiss it. I'm laughing at these particular videos, not the topic itself, because I'm sure there is evidence and people do think that they've got evidence. But this, I've never heard someone describe them as white.
Yeah. If it's white, surely
And
it's
that looks like the
Sasquatch. What do they call the snow one?
abominable snowman.
Abdominals. Say that again.
Yeah, abominable.
Abominable. I got it right. You can't tango, mate.
Well, I'm not going to tango, yeah? What does that mean? I was going to do this.
You just made the list!
But that's aimed at the Bigfoot.
Oh.
He's on the list for being white. He's not allowed to do that.
Yeah, it's racist.
Right, let's crack on.
He captures on the camera what appears to be an
What the fuck? Look at that face.
I know, yeah. Do you know what that is? I can tell you what that is right now. Right fucking now, I can tell you. And
Go on, tell me right now. I want to know right now. If you tell me right now, you will get the pleasure of hearing this.
You just unmade the list!
Okay, I'll tell you right now. That is just a fucking doll.
It looks like a doll, yeah. It's
It looks
black.
like a doll.
It looks like an outfit that no one's in
Yeah.
because his eyes are empty, and it's just like a bit of a Santa beard, and yeah, I don't know. It just looks bad.
Yeah,
It says
that's
underneath
just
it now.
whack.
Why do we call that? Like with us in America, the difference is like we call this albino. They call it albino.
Yeah, an albino Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Sasquatch.
Abominable snowman.
China?
albino Bigfoot. The audio cuts off and the clip ends abruptly soon after.
Why are they saying it ends abruptly? Like somehow the Bigfoot swiped the camera out of his eyes, out of his hands. Is that what they're saying? Like they look continuing to look for him. What is that? They've got him again.
He ain't a very good fucking
I'm
Bigfoot,
telling
is he?
you, right, people listening to this, we can't do this justice with words. Go to our YouTube and watch this video. just to see this thing. That is like, what the fuck? Oh, mate, I've got to go bang on. Can I go back a minute and see that a second ago? Here we go again. I was run off.
Then, when he hears a
Oh, here we
loud
go.
noise near him, he captures on the camera what appears to be an albino Bigfoot. The audio cuts off and the clip ends abruptly soon after.
It's like he's pouting.
Yeah, it did. What? He runs away. Thing
Number
is,
12, Sasquatch
I'll
spotted.
tell you what, right? Like the way they shone the torch at his head then and he ran, they followed him perfectly with the torch. They have a day to know which direction he was going to run in to do that. Like I reckon he was shining it on his own face, a bit like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, the Blair Sasquatch Project.
In the mountains. When a couple were hiking on a logging road above one of the lakes in Mission, BC, they took photos of the beautiful views and suddenly spotted something moving on the top of a hill.
Right, what we're looking at now, someone from a distance, and it looks like, is
They
it
were
one
able to zoom in
Bigfoot?
to capture the footage of a hairy ape-like creature. The creature can be seen walking around on the hill and at some point swing around its arms. So was it a Sasquatch, a man, or something else?
Number 11, Provo Canyon Bigfoot encounter. When the YouTuber going by the name
go
of
back to
Beard
that
Card
one.
What?
We got to talk about that video. I think that one's real.
Do you? Well, the
Yeah.
last one. All right, pause it then.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back to it. Why do you think it's real?
Because, like,
Just because it was from a distance?
yeah, but how can they fake that? Who's gonna hang about on a hill to? I'll hang about in a Sasquatch suit just in case some hikers go past. They want to film me.
Yeah, but if you plan it, you can, can't you? Like, say if they was down on the lake or wherever that was, and they said,
Yeah.
"Hey, actually, put this outfit on. We're going to go up that hill and film you from up there." That'll convince
But that
people like
looks fucking
CL.
quite far away, mate. Like,
Well, they zoomed in with a Flurf 900. You can see anything from them things. They're more powerful than the James Webb Telescope.
well, the thing is, that I'm 60-40 Raymond on that one.
Raymond?
Yeah,
What does that even mean? I don't know what that means.
Raymond the bastard.
What's Raymond the bastard? Why am I not following this?
It was in Max and Paddy.
I don't even know what that is.
Don't worry.
Completely lost me. Max and Paddy.
Yeah.
Don't affect my wages.
That's what I'll say to it. Right, let's look at this one.
went camping with his friends in Provo Canyon. They allegedly saw Bigfoot.
What? Where?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
there.
According to the description of the video, they had seen some deer up on a hill that they wanted to get a closer look at, but that's when they saw what they thought was a bear until it stood up. In the clip, they run straight to the car, leaving their tent and everything behind. When talking to local station Fox 13 News, they said that they had no idea what the creature was.
Along with that, people are like, well, maybe there's just some guy in a gorilla suit out there scaring people. And we're like, up there right now, I guess it's deer hunting season, so there's tons of hunters everywhere up there. So we highly doubt that there's anyone up there hiding in a gorilla suit with all these hunters all over the place.
None of them really...
That's an actual decent point, what he just said.
Yeah.
If you understood that. I only understood it because I'm reading the writing there, because I've got this on 1.25 speed. But he just said, I doubt there's someone up there in a gorilla suit because there's loads of hunters around up there. I don't think someone would put that on and risk the fact that they might get shot. Or as the narrator said, it's highly unlikely someone would be up there in a gorilla suit.
I think this one could be real.
This is the most convincing one I've seen so far. Only because of the way it's not doing anything. They're filming it like they know something, and then suddenly it stands up and runs. Yeah. It's a feasible story that they could have thought that was a bear and tried to film it. But then, I must say, if I thought I saw a bear, would I hang around?
No. Yeah,
but then which one is it that you lay on the floor? Brown bears lay down, isn't it?
Fuck
like
knows.
different
I
defense.
wouldn't risk it.
There's different defenses against bears. Like one of them, you just lay on the ground and it just fucks off. And if it's a black bear,
would you be confident to do that?
Well, they reckon if you run, you're you're as good as dead. So if you stand there and stand your ground, it's likely your best chance, or lay down to show you're no threat. If you run, they chase you. Because they think that, I don't know, that you're running. I don't know why they chase you. That's what people say anyway.
It's a prey instinct, isn't it?
If it was a female bear, I reckon you should say this to them.
Hello, ladies.
Let's see if that works. But he's more likely to say this.
If you want some, you can fucking have some.
Because he thinks he can do anyone. Yeah, let's move on to the next one, because so far that's my number one most convincing, number 11.
Yeah. Believed in Bigfoot, but they still ruled out the possibility of the creature being a bear.
Number 10, skunk ape or Bigfoot from Lettuce Lake Park, Florida. In this footage, a man by the name of Matt caught what he thought was a skunk ape, also known as a swamp ape or Florida Bigfoot. He was canoeing around Lettuce Lake Park when he saw what he initially thought was a bear. However, the length of its arms and its gait and the large size of the creature has led people to speculate on whether or not this creature could possibly be a bear. Also, the fact that the creature walks through the swamp in ease has made people think that the video in fact shows a skunk ape.
A skunk ape?
Yeah.
He told the park ranger about it, but she said that bears don't generally get into the swamp, and that sightings rarely happen. She had no idea what the creature was. Matt never put much faith in the old skunk ape legends, but by closely examining the footage, he has no explanations for what the footage actually shows. According to Matt and the YouTube channel Bigfoot Evidence, if it's a person, they're either a moron or completely insane.
If it's a person, they're either a moron or completely insane. But enough about flat earthers.
It's probably a person then.
Yeah, that looks quite like a bear to me. From that distance, I couldn't. They was going like the arms were long, or whatever. It was moving a bit like a bear.
Yeah.
But then they said the bear's never going to swamp. But what does he know? Well, park rangers don't know everything, do they?
No. Like, because most bears probably don't go into swamps or water around there, doesn't mean that like indefinitely none do.
No. There's a bear shit in the woods, as they say. This one shits in the swamp.
Yeah. Obviously they do.
Like, what if you was a bear? Like, say, like, why wouldn't you go? Why would a bear be menaced by a swamp? Yeah, the bears don't come through this swamp, mate. Like, why not?
But surely bears will only avoid things that could harm them.
Yeah.
Or harm their cubs, or something. Like, if there's nothing in that swamp that can, if it's not Florida and there's not massive alligators in
Where
there,
did they say it was?
I'm not sure. Do you get bears in Florida?
I don't know, to be honest. I've seen loads of alligators in Florida.
That's what I mean.
Walking, swimming, and diving.
Not bears. I doubt it, though. Florida people, if you're listening, let us know.
In an area where there are hundreds of 12-foot gators and water moccasins everywhere. Matt said he observed the creature for a while, and when it seemed to notice him, it went underwater and vanished. He even paddled up there, and it was nowhere to be seen.
Number 9, the Prince Edward Island quadrupedal clip.
That ain't a Bigfoot. Right, that looks like an episode of Benny Hill. Right, we just watched this clip here. There's a bloke, like literally they're filming a field and then suddenly a bloke comes out of the woods and starts sprinting towards the camera. He just leads playing Benny Hill tune. And then it looks like a bear's chasing him to me. But I guess they're going to say it's Bigfoot. Let's see if it plays on.
Did you see that?
In 2005, a student named Nathan Wiley and some friends were in the forest on Prince Edward Island filming a video for school. Wiley needed a clip in which a person was...
that was running like an ape, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I thought Bigfoot was supposed to be human, like not running around on their knuckles.
I think this is a hoax.
Yeah, that looks like a hoax.
They're students, they do shit things like that.
Yeah, whenever there's students involved, it ain't real. Rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Unless you ain't got any thumbs, and then rule of next finger that works.
Yeah. Rule of lack of common sense.
Yeah.
Woods. According to the filmmaker, as the boy in the clip was moving from the trees, a huge ape-like creature emerged from the opposite side of the forest. The creature can be seen running across the screen at high speed. The person in the video is not actually running from Bigfoot, but rather filming a scene. The fact that it was filmed for a student project has sparked controversy.
Hold on a sec. Yeah, so they're going to say that what we just said. So he was just running, filming a scene, and while he filmed the scene, this thing just happened to run across the background. As you say, they are students.
I think this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Surrounding the video. According to Sasquatch experts, a Sasquatch will start running on all fours for speed when it gets startled. It is presumed that the Sasquatch started running when it was startled by the human activity of the kid running.
Number 8.
Right, hold on. How do you get a Sasquatch expert?
I've just got to say this. If I was a Sasquatch and I see students running around, I wouldn't be startled.
No, I wouldn't either. I'd be like, look at these pussies. I bet if I misgender them, they'll start crying. If I was a Sasquatch and I had the ability to say, you can say one phrase, you got to pick what it is. What do you want to say? It's the only thing you could say. I'd say, I want to say this.
Mute, you stupid bastard.
So that's what I'd choose to say. Or would you choose to say this instead? You would choose to say this.
But you enjoy the taste of my salty nuts as I teabag you.
Definitely.
That'd be your one. Yeah. Right, let's watch this one. This looks like what does that look like? A bird's nest to you?
Yeah, it's a bird's nest. I think I've seen this one.
This is number 8.
Bigfoot sighting on Michigan Live Eagle Cam. An Eagle Cam set up to monitor an eagle family's progress by the state's Department of Natural Resources and outdoor website Carbon TV. Allegedly caught a Bigfoot walking on 2 legs, going around trees and bushes on the forest floor beneath the eagle nests. In the clip, baby eaglets peep in the nest when the creature suddenly pops up. The camera was mounted to a tree near the Platte River State Fish Hatchery, about 30 miles west of Traverse City, placed there to highlight a bald eagle nest. Many people have come forward to say the clip is intriguing, but ultimately inconclusive. It is open to interpretation whether the creature is Bigfoot, a person in a costume, or something else entirely. Given the lack of scale and detail in the image of the fish...
Right. I'm going to say, perhaps unexpectedly, this is quite convincing. Because why would you put yourself in a costume to... How would you know what that camera's doing? It's really, really difficult to see. People do film nests of birds, and this is a very fragmented Bigfoot in the top right-hand corner of this shot on an eagle cam. I just don't think, like, if that is a bloke in a suit, unless it's the person that's put this cam there, then someone else wouldn't know the area that camera's covering.
Yeah, exactly.
To know which bit to go in. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this one could be real. Yeah, I agree.
It might not be a Bigfoot, but it's definitely a sentient being moving around there. Right. Let's move on.
Figure. It remains to be just an interesting video, if you ask experts.
Number 7, Bigfoot hunted by helicopter. On February 17th, 2011, a video was posted to YouTube with the title, Bigfoot hunted by helicopter. It was filmed at an unknown location. The description of the original video stated that a woman and her husband took their kids target shooting while a helicopter over their heads were annoying them the entire time. They thought at first that they were curious of why and what they were shooting, but when they later watched the footage, they noticed something looking like a Bigfoot running in the trees.
Where?
Whoa. Whoa, that was a big kick.
Oh, there.
You okay, Brock?
It was over there, right?
I didn't see it.
You okay?
According to them, the people in the helicopter could have been hunting Bigfoot. The clip shows a boy who is being taught how to shoot a gun. The kid starts out by firing a .22 caliber rifle twice, and then switches to the more powerful shotgun. Immediately following the explosion of the shotgun, a black figure can be seen running across the background.
Whoa. Whoa. That was a big kick.
In the last few frames of the clip, the creature can be viewed switching from a 2-foot stance to all fours. A helicopter can also be heard throughout the video, and when the creature is seen, the sound of the helicopter gets louder. The creature only moves after the explosion of the high-powered gun, which has made people think that it only moved because it was startled by the loud sound. According to others, this could have also been a cue for the person acting as Bigfoot to start running.
Number 6.
It could. Yeah, it could be. But if that's a hoax, that's quite a clever hoax. Like
Yeah,
when
definitely.
they have it in the distance and the focal point isn't even on it to the point that you have to point it out to people and it isn't obvious. Those are the good hoaxes, in my opinion. Right. What's your opinion?
Could be. Yeah. I think they're the more convincing ones where they're at a distance, and you're not like. It's not being filmed by someone who's setting up the stage to see a Bigfoot. It's being filmed by a family, like doing their own thing.
But I suppose on the flip side of that, why are they so far away filming that to get so much of the background in?
They're not
Because
really, are they?
This thing we were just watching, like someone was kind of standing in the wilderness, learning to fire a gun or whatever. But there was they got quite a lot of the distance in the video. When you think the focus would be more on the person firing the gun, like quite close up to see them doing it, because you can't see where the bullet goes anyway. So it's kind of pointless waiting that far back. But then it's just me being skeptical as usual. Maybe I don't know. But that was a bit weird. Let's go number 6 then. This one's in the snow. Let's have a look.
Utah Bigfoot family. The Utah Sasquatch family videos were posted to YouTube by a user named Johnny under the title Bigfoot Family Sighting in Utah on January 3rd, 2011. Johnny took his kids and their friends hiking and sledding high up in the Utah mountains. A few weeks later, when he was watching the video clips, he spotted 3 different cases with unexplained creatures that appeared to be a family of Sasquatch. In the first clip, a Bigfoot is seen walking away into the trees.
Look out, John.
Is it though?
Nice.
The second clip shows a different Bigfoot watching them and then disappearing.
Go ahead, somebody. Nice.
The third clip appears to be another Bigfoot struggling to get away.
Good. You all right? That was a nice little wipeout.
Why is he struggling to get away?
I know, yeah. Maybe it's the
In
older
Johnny's original
Bigfoot.
description, he makes the implication that the figure of the third clip may be injured. However, the movement is consistent with other Bigfoot videos. When a large, not juvenile Sasquatch is threatened and scared, as might have been the case for this creature after being caught out in the open, they run on all fours. It appears to be moving very fast with its limbs swaying back and forth. It has also been pointed out that since the footage was posted in 3 separate videos, it might be a hoax.
Number 5, Bigfoot running down a hill.
Right. I just say Bigfoot running down the hill. But that last one in the snow. So people were out sledging, sleighing, whatever you want to call it, in the snow. And on top of a hill in the background, like for those of you, I'm just describing this if you don't want to watch it, which you really should to get the most out of this show this week. There was figures up on the hill in the snow, very faint. They could have just been humans, them. Like they say the movement was consistent, but I wouldn't like if I saw that video and with no context, I either wouldn't spot them up there, or I would think, oh, there's a bloke up there that they didn't know was there. Like, that's what I would think.
Yeah, you wouldn't think nothing else of it.
No.
Unless you got Bigfoot, like you're out there, you're thinking, no, there's been signs of Sasquatch out here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! It could be Sasquatch.
The Squatch of Sass.
Yeah.
Right. Let's. This one looks funny. Bigfoot running down the hill. So this is a close-up one. I always love these ones.
hillside. This footage allegedly shows a Bigfoot running down a hillside in California. The origin of the video is unknown, so the circumstances can only be speculated about. The apparent Sasquatch is orange in color and appears to be running to something or away from something, and grabs a sapling midway through. The limbering movements without using the long arms for much movement have been pointed out as obvious signs of a hoax, while the size of the creature can lead to other conclusions.
That is such a bad thing.
Number 4.
Well, that was a hoax because, the reason I think that was a hoax, more than the ridiculous outfit, the ridiculous running, and everything else that was ridiculous in that video, is the fact that why would that bloke just be filming that area for a Bigfoot to run into it and then through it? It's just the most obvious hoax ever. This one starting. This is number 4. This is a guy going on like a, what are they called? Quad bike through a river, which I've actually done. This is pretty cool. Going through the rivers with these. Well, I had to get my legs right up out the way for some reason. That's what they didn't want to. I guess me to sue them for getting me clothes wet.
Beast of Gum Hill. On April 5th, 2009, the YouTuber going by the name Ericus Maximus spotted what he refers to as the Beast of Gum Hill while ATV riding. Before the sighting, he made many ATV driving videos on his YouTube channel, and it seemed to be a regular thing for him to do in his spare time. The sighting was the second time spotting the creature, and a companion of his managed to capture it on camera. He is seen riding his ATV through the creek when the creature walks directly over the creek bed further away from him.
What was that?
In the description of the video, he mentions the Beast of Gum Hill being a creature that is very rarely spotted, and that there was only taken a still photo of it in the 80s.
Conveniently.
The fact of the matter is, he's a YouTuber, and he happened to catch Bigfoot on one of his videos whilst trying to go viral. So that just kind of says it all to me.
Yeah.
An unconvincing bit. It's a bit. This is what I wonder about those sort of ones. When you hear people describe Bigfoot, they say they hide, they try to blend in, they don't want to be seen, they're very secretive, you can't ever see them, they're so hard to spot. Yeah, in these videos, they just walk without a care in the world in front of humans all the time.
Yeah.
Like he was heading that way. Why would that thing would just stay hidden, wouldn't it? Unless he's
it would just stay in the trees. Why would it expose itself?
But a particularly extroverted Bigfoot, that one. Yeah. Flamboyant.
Hello, I'm here.
Over here. Bigfoot on police dash cam coming up now.
Oh, I've seen this.
Have you?
Dash cam. The Lumpkin County dash cam Bigfoot was captured in 2009 from a Georgia State Police officer's cruiser. In the video caught in the middle of the night, you can barely see a pair of legs hightailing it across the highway.
What the crap? What was that? Did you see that? Yes. Holy crap. What the heck was that? That was on 2 feet, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I didn't say anything.
The police officers can clearly be heard saying things like, "What the hell?" and "What was that?" just after the creature passes by. Sometime after, a Lumpkin County Sheriff, Stacy Gerard, had followed up with the case and began an investigation of the supposed Bigfoot. Sheriff Gerard was reported to have interviewed the residents of several homes near the area where the sighting occurred. The story then says that the sheriff supposedly ran into a pair of college students who were acting nervous and strange when the sheriff began to question the students.
Right. That one, so there was a police car going down the road, and for those listeners out there was a police car driving with a dash cam on, and they saw, I could barely see it. They had to really, really enhance it and show it 5 or 6 times for me to be able to even make out it was a figure. But for me, that would be a more convincing ghost video than Bigfoot.
Do you know what? You took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, because it seemed to appear from nowhere and disappear into nothing.
I've seen videos like that where ghosts have walked across a road and they've just appeared and disappeared.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's more convincing ghost video than Bigfoot, easily. This next video, I hate these videos.
What, this next one coming up?
No, the footprint.
Oh, there's a footprint there, right? Yeah. So this one, they're measuring a footprint on the floor. This is the bit I've got it paused on. This is automatically going to be fake.
Number 2, Paul Freeman footage. This footage was captured in 1994 by Bigfoot hunter Paul Freeman. The clip shows a Bigfoot walking in front of the camera, looking at Paul Freeman.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there he goes.
Well, goddamn it, there he goddamn goes. If you want to like not frighten these things away, if they're so like introverted, what the fuck are you doing shouting that out? Like becoming the most southern man in the world. You might as well shout this.
Table manners! You are all scum!
You might as well say that to the family of Bigfoot and see if they like that. Or just shout this out.
Got it?
For no reason.
Do you know what I would shout out if I was above the Bigfoot?
What would you shout out?
Go and play it.
Which one?
Wurzel.
Who?
Wurzel.
Oh, how am I supposed to guess what you mean? About 40 different sounds here. You'd shout this out.
Hey, what you doing down there, Aunt Sally?
Right, you know, like what I would do if the Bigfoot was, if we was taking too long to get onto the topic.
I ain't even on topic yet.
I'll just say that to him. Right, so what do you think about this clip? Let's see if it carries on a bit first.
And then disappearing into the woods.
2 of them, I guess. Man. Oh. I wonder where they went. Oh, God.
The clip starts with Freeman trying to control the camera while searching for an unexplained noise. Paul comments that he can hear the brush breaking and the figure appears. Later, a second Bigfoot can be seen for a couple of seconds peering from behind a tree.
Yeah.
Unexplained noise. You're in the fucking woods.
Yeah.
Every noise is going to be unexplained.
Can you imagine if you was how annoying it would be if every noise was explained? Like if you're camping out one night and every time you heard something, a bloke appeared out of nowhere and goes, "That was a woodpecker. Where'd you come from?" I'm here to explain all of the noises. And then suddenly you hear one, he doesn't pop up. That must be Bigfoot. He can't explain this one.
No, he actually says, "Sorry, I can't explain that one."
Yeah, he actually says,
"Sorry, Stevie,
I can't explain that one."
Do you reckon they get woods fact checkers?
I don't know. Can you say that woodchuck thing though? How much wood kind of wood, whatever that shit?
No.
No, me neither. I can't even describe what I mean.
Violated by gas!
Let's play on.
The latter part of the footage apparently depicts an adult Bigfoot picking up a juvenile.
Oh, God. There's 2 of them, I guess.
Why would he be talking to himself?
Oh. I wonder where they went.
There's 2 Bigfoot over there and an unexplained noise. I don't know which one I'm more menaced by.
Do you reckon the little Bigfoot is still taller than him?
The juvenile?
Yeah.
Why don't they just call it a little foot? A little foot or a child or a kid or a baby Bigfoot. A juvenile.
Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying the video so far.
That's him. I wonder if he doesn't show his face on this.
Do you know what?
My name is Chills. Before you watch this video, my name is Chills. You better recognize now.
So far. If you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions.
We're giving. I'll leave it all in so we can give.
In the future, then hit that subscribe button because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Number 1, Patterson-Gimlin film.
All right,
Probably the
I knew
greatest
this was
Bigfoot
coming.
footage of all time is the Patterson-Gimlin film captured by Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin on October 20th, 1967. On the day in question, the men were researching Sasquatch reports near Bluff Creek in California. They were on horseback.
This looks like Brokeback Mountain at this point.
Yeah.
But you know this one?
Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah, this is the most famous one. Yeah.
This was in my book of the unexplained.
Your book of the unexplained?
Yeah. Do you remember you used to get them books where
That's an overturned tree.
Spontaneous combustion.
I'm trying to get out of here. That's it. All right. Let's do it. I don't know why I just made that big screen, but...
As the pair rounded the tree, they spotted a large figure beside the creek. At the sight of the Bigfoot, Patterson's horse reared. Roger quickly untangled himself from the straps and spent about 20 seconds removing the camera from his saddlebag. By the time he began to film the creature, Patterson was 120 feet away. Roger Patterson began to run after the Bigfoot with his 16mm camera. He stopped at a distance of about 80 feet and captured the most famous section of the film. The Sasquatch looks over its right shoulder at Roger, who then falls to his knees. The creature has long arms, a coned head, A ridge down the spine, a slow walking pace, and a prominent brow ridge. In the clip, the creature turns at the men a total of 2 times. Shortly after the final glance, the Bigfoot walks behind a grove of trees, reappears for a second, and then walks away.
Hey everyone, my name is Sir Spooks. I just want to say...
Right, that's that. I'm not going to give him any more...
I've seen, on that last video, I've seen a lot of studies on that, on their documentaries. And when they actually like clean up the actual video, you can actually see in that video of muscles moving and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I spoke to a guy when I spoke to what's his name, Alan McKenna. So there's a bloke called Alan McKenna that he does Loch Ness investigation or something. He goes up to Loch Ness about every sort of once a month for a whole weekend. He gets a big team together and they do water sightings every bit. He's also really into Bigfoot, and I had him on the podcast a couple of years ago now, and he was explaining this to me, and he said you could see a pair of like tits swinging around basically, as well. Like it's not something you'd put on an outfit, but just looking at the footage as it stands, the way you would. It looks no more convincing than the ones we've laughed at on this show. Yeah. But when people. And also the original footage of this Patterson Gimlin film, the original footage was so hard to see that they would have done I can't say if, because people claim that it's been admitted that it was a fake now and stuff.
Yeah.
But surely if you're going to fake it and you're going to put that much effort into having like the tits and shit there, you would film it in a better way. But it was almost unwatchable. And the footage that we've just watched is when it's been corrected. So it was much easier to see. And that lends credibility to it more, in my opinion. Not that I think that still makes it credible. I just think it lends credibility, but they may have done it to lend credibility to it. Right?
Do you reckon all these Bigfoots have been to Skinwalker Ranch?
I think most of them just live there.
Yeah. With the aliens and the fucking other cryptids.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to do more cryptids on this week's show, but then I didn't realise I was going to find 15 most convincing Bigfoot sightings caught on tape. So that took up most of the entire show. So out of them ones, which one would you say are you most convinced by?
I would say that the not the first one, but I think it was the second one.
Which one was that?
Number 14? Number 14.
Yeah, but just don't tell me the number. Tell me what it was.
Oh, I can't remember. Where it was like, no, I changed my mind. I think the most convincing one is looking at the Bigfoot from distance, like them two people.
That doesn't tell me anything.
No, when they're on the hill and they can see they're videoing it and it's down on
when they're shooting.
Yeah, no, when they're filming, they've got the camera and they're taking a picture and it's down like quite far away on another hill.
Oh yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. You preferred that one. I don't know. So any of the ones that was in the back, I think probably the most convincing one is the bird's nest one. Just because that would have been the hardest one to. Like, why would you bother doing that? It'd be like there's a camera up there on that eagle nest. I reckon the camera ends about here. It's filming right on the nest, but there's some corners which won't be like the focal point is not in the distance. It's focusing on the nest. So how would you even know if you bothered getting a suit and walking past back there that you'd even be picked up properly? So, and also it's a camera that's not, there's no human around. It's an automatic camera that's just filming. So if there's anything living in those woods, they wouldn't feel uncomfortable walking around.
No, that's right. Yeah.
So that's the most convincing. I'm not saying that makes it true. I'm just, if anyone says, "Do you believe in Bigfoot?" I'm just going to say, I don't rule it out. I'm interested in things like that. I'm interested in mythical, or not even mythical. If there's things that we don't know about, I'm interested in knowing about them. Yeah. Aliens, ghosts, monsters, Bigfoot, etc.
As you said, right, there's so much wilderness in America and Canada.
Yeah.
That there's probably places in all that wilderness that no one knows anything about. Like caves that lead to places, like I very much, if there is Bigfoots out there, which I hope there is, then maybe they live in little communities like we do.
I'll tell you one
Or
thing
you
though,
do.
because we've done some Bigfoot shows in the past.
Mm.
And I'll tell you one thing I definitely don't believe, and that was that they fucking can set fire to houses by looking at them and run batteries down and do supernatural shit. Like, that is bullshit.
Yeah.
If they are living around, they are just big apes in the woods.
Yeah.
They're not got special knowledge. They don't build contraptions. They don't set fire to things and drain batteries of cameras. That's all drivel, right? But there might be apes in the bush.
But the one thing that I found very interesting, where there are so-called Bigfoot sightings, that the trees are bent in certain ways.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like that's quite credible.
But didn't that Tom Seawood? We had Tom Seawood on, who's like does tours and it claims to have seen these things. Right? It was a few years ago now that we had him on, but I thought he said all of that stuff was bullshit because that lady was saying it. What was her name?
Yeah,
the author. Yeah. So she came on and she spoke about that.
Lillian
Lilith Gray.
Yeah.
So she came on and spoke about the Bigfoot that she believes are living around her house, and then he came on the following week because they're bullshit. They don't do that. I know what they are, and they don't do any of that shit. He came across as more credible because he actually lives in the bush.
Yeah. But saying that, would he say that to, because say, for example, what Lilith was actually saying is true, and he says that's bullshit. Well, maybe he's saying that bullshit for his own gains. Like, I'm not saying that they live in a nice little house around.
But how would he gain for anything from that?
I don't know. If you had like a family of Bigfoots living on land around your house, then surely that would bring some sort of media attention or some sort of attention if it got out.
Yeah, but why would that matter to him?
Because it would take away business from his tours.
Not if because he was in Vancouver Island. It was nowhere near her.
Yeah, I know, but anyone would think, I'll go Vancouver Island and do a Bigfoot tour.
They're not going to go. I'm not going to go to Vancouver Island no more. I'm going to go to Lilith Gray's bushes.
Yeah, why not?
And I mean, they're going to do that. you just like Lilith better.
Yeah,
I
do like that.
Yeah.
It's do you know,
that's the only guest you ever booked. That's why.
No, but do you know what pisses me off is when someone comes on and they're so matter of fact that they're like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like you don't know that's bullshit.
No, probably not.
Like,
you know what pisses me off?
Like, we don't know that Tom Seawood's tours are bullshit.
Well, Tom Seawood's actually financially gaining from it, so it's more likely to be bullshit than her.
Yeah.
Actually, both were very likely to be bullshit because one was selling a book about it and one was selling tours about it. So both of them have got a reason to lie. But you know what pisses me off?
Go on.
Everything. That's the end of this show this week. Right? I am fucking knackered. We've been recording Halloween stuff. I've been putting YouTubes out every day. If you want to be supportive in any way, please go to the YouTube, give the videos a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really trying to push it there at the moment. I'm putting a lot of work in. Me and Lee are going to put a lot of work in over the next couple of weeks getting the Halloween show together. Hopefully we can get Claire and maybe one other guest to record at different times, which may mean that some weeks there is no normal show until after Halloween because we can't do everything. The Patreon will be always unaffected, but we're not sure if we'll have one out next week because we're potentially speaking to Claire next week for the end of the month. We've recorded some video at a haunted church for Halloween, which will probably go up on Patreon. The audio, or a lot of the audio from that, will go out on the Halloween show, which is just for everybody. Once I edit it all together. So let us know what you think about Bigfoot. Yes or no? Do you believe in this? If you've watched this video, the one we've done, or the video we've just watched and spoke about, tell me if you think any of them are convincing. There's definitely a few listeners that are well into Bigfoot, and they'll probably be have already seen them things before. Anything you want to say, Lee, before we go this week? Get the F out of here.
See you later, Flaming Mongrels.
Oh, the Flaming Mongrels is back. All right, adios. We'll see you next time, whenever that may be. See you later for now.
You've been listening to Whatcast. Follow us on social media at Whatcast or whatkastpodcast, or email us at whatkast@gmail.com, even if it don't affect your wages.